Yo, what's up everyone? It's been a long time. It's been like 4 weeks or something like that. I saw my last YouTube video when it was posted. It was like 4 weeks. I was like, damn. Today I got another video. I got The Last of Us 2 in the background. Hey, no animals were harmed in making this video, okay? No animals were harmed. But yeah, I got some Last of Us 2. And today's gonna be a different voiceover. It's just gonna be about me talking about random stuff, you know, because I'm cool like that. Keep it real with you. Just random things that come to my mind, you know, life and all that shit. But yeah, I recently just finished both Last of Us's. Is that how you say it? Or no, I'm just gonna say both of the Last of Us games. Not the both of the Last of Us's. That's just weird. But yeah, so I finished the first time I played the first one. Okay, so started off my PS4 when I got it. It was like 2014 or something like that. 2014, 2015, around that time. I got the one that came with the Last of Us Remastered bundle, but I never typed in the downloadable code for it until like I think it was like 2015, because I was looking at my trophies when I beat the game. So I look at it. My most recent trophy for the game was beat the game easy mode. And then yeah, that's what it was. Beat the game on easy mode, and that was 2015. So I was like, okay. And then what was it? I think like 7 days ago, 6-7 days ago, I was like, you know what? Or like 7-8 days ago, like a week ago or something. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna download The Last of Us. It's like, okay. I re-downloaded The Last of Us, and I was like, okay. I was like, it took me around like a little bit over 2 days. Like I finished at like 1:50 a.m. of the third day, so it was like a little bit over 2 days. It's like, okay. Like around after the first day, I was like, how much is the second game? Because the second game got a lot of hate, so I was like, well, might as well, you know, see how much it is. If it was like a lot of money, I wasn't gonna get it. So I looked on the PlayStation Store. It was $60. I was like, I'm not gonna pay $60. And then I go to Target.com, and it was like 40 something. I was like, okay, that's better. And then I went to Walmart. Walmart is like 28 plus tax. It was like 30 something. It's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go to Walmart and get it. So I ordered it that day and I picked it up that day. And I finished the first game. It took me like, finished it at like 1 a.m. like 2 days, and then 1 a.m. of the third day. And I was like, okay. I woke up, I played the second one. The game's crazy. It got a lot more hate than it should have. Like, the game is really fun. If you see this, the fucking action is crazy. I didn't murder a dog. That was something else. But yeah, the action was crazy. It's probably one of the best action I've seen in the game. The only other action I could describe it like is, I would say Red Dead when you're punching. That's the action I can describe it as. It's like the closest thing you can describe it as. But yeah, it's pretty fucking fun. So yeah, and I'm about to go to college soon. In like, what day is it? The 18th? My first day is 1 month and 5 days. And 1 month and 5 days is my first day of college, and that's crazy. The first game that came with my PS4 is The Last of Us 1, and now I'm finishing off. This will probably be the last game I play before I go to college, or last single player game I finish. So it's like the last single player game I finish is the fucking Last of Us Part 2. That's cool. But yeah, this game got a lot of hate, but after playing this game, it got me back into like coding and game development. I know that kind of sounds nerdy. I don't know what kind sound nerdy even means, but it does kind of sound nerdy. So I was like, I think it was probably a year ago. It was before going into my senior year. I was like, you know what? If I want to do something okay, first, let's fast forward even further. It's like 9th grade. I don't really know what I want to do for the future, but I'm like, you know what? Both my parents do something in like the tech industry, but I was like, nah, that's some nerdy shit. I'm probably gonna do accountancy. Then fast forward 10th grade, I still don't know what I want to do. I'm still thinking, and then 11th grade, same thing. I'm just only worried about school, and then coronavirus hits, and then it's summertime. I'm like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? So I was like, what if I get back into like all this computer coding, programming stuff? And I was like, okay. So I learned HTML. For people who don't know what HTML is, it's what you use, it's the language you use to make websites. So like, if you do, a lot of kids know inspect element because you would always change words. That's like the first thing I ever did. I didn't even know it was like HTML. I'd do like inspect element, like you do right click, inspect element, and you change the words on the internet to do something. That's HTML. So like, HTML is probably the easiest. It's basically like writing an essay. So like, you'd have a title, you'd have the paragraphs, you just type in certain words and like certain syntax to write letters, and like add in pictures and add in videos. So yeah, I learned that in like 2 weeks. I learned the basics, and then the basics of CSS. CSS is like kind of, it's like, you'd say it's like HTML's like best friend. Like it adds like color and design to the website. HTML is like the bare minimum, but CSS is the one that will add like the websites and shit. Or like, not the websites and shit, it would add color and make the thing look so much better. And then there's JavaScript, which also helps to make websites. That's probably the most popular. But look at this! Just fucking, ooh. That was crazy. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I got back into it. And this entire year I've been thinking, I want to get into the tech industry. Because I always thought it was like nerdy, but then I was like, you know, it's interesting. At first, I was like, okay, they pay a lot of money. So I was like, I'm just going to do it for the money. That's what I was thinking, kind of like my junior year. And then over time, as I start to do it more, I'm actually interested in it. Like, I'm like, this shit's fun. And then there's different parts of the tech industry. So like, there's cybersecurity, which is like online security, you know, I don't know that much about it, but it's like making firewalls, antivirus, penetration testing, which does sound kind of fucking weird, penetration testing, but it does sound really weird. But it's like where you hack to make sure your company's cybersecurity defenses are working and stuff like that. And then there's like analysts, all this stuff. There's a cybersecurity field, so like the online security field. And then there's the what is it? The game industry. I thought about it a little bit because when I was signing up for college, like different degrees, the main one is computer science. Most people do computer science. That's like the popular degree. And computer science use a lot of math. It's a lot of math. I think that's what swayed me from it. A lot of the math. I know it's like not a good thing. Like people are like, you can get to the math, but it's just not my thing. But I know for like the game industry, if you want to get into it, you got to know your math and physics. So, but yeah. So it's like a lot of math. I was like, I don't really want to do that math. So I'm looking, and then I found something called information systems. Depending on which college you go, my God. Depending on which college you go to, it could be called computer information systems, management information systems, just information systems. It has a bunch of different names, but what it is, it's like, so the coders will code it, and then the information systems people will make it work. They'll like add it to like everyday life in a way, like how you'd implement that to everyday life. So kind of like the business aspect of it. So I'm gonna do that degree, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then I was like thinking about game development because that was a degree there, but people were like, if you're gonna do game development, might as well do computer science because it's too niche. It's just one market. So I was like, I really don't want to do computer science. And then game development, you have to do the same amount of math and like physics and stuff like that, because in games you got to know different physics and how to apply math into this game. Like, look at this game. Game's crazy, but Naughty Dog had to know how to do all that shit. So like, I was like, okay, there's also game design. So the difference between game development and game design is that game design is like, people will create the ideas. They'll be like, okay, this is how it's gonna look. Like main character's Ellie. This is gonna be like, this is how she's gonna be like. She's gonna be agile. She's gonna be all like this. This is how animation. And then the developers are the ones that are gonna code it to make it work. So yeah, I know this shit is not interesting to some people, and it does sound kind of nerdy, but I'm like, this is interesting to me. I thought it was like nerdy at first, and then like after some thinking and like 2 years, 3 years of thinking and enjoying it, I actually 100% enjoy this field. Like, there's nothing like it. Like, you wouldn't expect this field to be so big. And then I didn't realize they needed it for games. I didn't realize how they made games. I knew they had to do something, but it didn't occur to me until like over a year ago. So I was like, okay, this shit is interesting. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get interested into it. So like in my college, there's a game development club and stuff like that. I might join that. I don't know. But yeah, all that stuff is interesting. So like in tech industries, you got like big companies. You got like Apple, Google, Tesla, Facebook, Twitter. You got like bigger companies. But you can also work for smaller companies or medium-sized companies and still get paid a significant amount of money. In the game industry is tech, but not everything in the game industry involves tech. Like there's writers, the designers, artists. Like not everything requires coding. I mean, artists, they do use a lot of tech, like animation, stuff like that. But in the tech industry, you got indie. So everyone knows what indie means, like independent. And then you have big studios. They're called AAA studios. AAA is more like your Google, Apple, but for the game industry. So like Rockstar, Naughty Dog, Unity, like all those companies, they're your AAA. They're the ones that are the bigger game companies. And the thing is, the game companies are hard to get into. Like, you need to know really good math. Like, you need to be well at math. You need to be good at understanding physics, especially for developers, since you use a lot of the math and the physics involved in the game. So you need to know that. So I was like, what? Like, my degree isn't really programming related, but there are some coding programming classes in it. Like, you have to take a few, and there's different routes. Like, my thing has there's like 4 routes, and one of them is like programming. So I'm thinking about going that route because much more opportunities than if I went like a cybersecurity route or something. But I don't know. I still got a lot of time. I got 2 years. I'm going into my freshman year. I have until my end of sophomore year to decide which routes I'm going to go. I know employers, they really don't care about your route, but I'm just going to go my route, you know? So I was like, okay. Yeah, so I was like, I'm going to go the programming application route. So I was like, yeah, that seems cooler. And I feel like to get into the game industry, everyone says, like I've seen online, YouTube, game industry companies themselves, they're all like, you don't need a degree, but you need that experience. You need some tools in your portfolio. So like, some people are like, you got to create a few of your own games. You got to do all this. Sorry for my dog barking. But yeah, you got to create your own games. You got to show that you've done something outside of school, because school is just not enough. You have to show you've done a lot more. So I'm like, okay. I have 4 years. It's like I know I keep saying everyone, but it's true. Like, everyone's like, your 4 years of college and university are going to go by so much quicker than your years of high school and stuff like that. I don't know why they say that. Well, I guess I'll see that. Next time I'll make an update. I don't think I'll be making, when I get to school, I'm probably not going to make any YouTube videos or anything. But by the time I get to, or come back for break, or like I have the mood to make a video, I'll start making videos again. And I'll update you guys how it is. So that'll be cool. That'll be really fucking cool to see how it is. But yeah, the game industry just seems really fucking cool, honestly, to get into, because it takes some time to get into it. Like, I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? Cybersecurity seems cool. And then I'm like, programming does seem cool. And then I'm like, the game industry seems cool. So it changes a lot for me, but I'll see. Like, in 2 years' time, I'll I'll hit you guys. And honestly, game industry just seems really cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. You don't like. The thing is, the one thing about the game industry is that they work out their people a lot. Like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Crunch time. Like, sometimes you have to work 12-hour work weeks. I know Naughty Dog got in like a issue with that. They made their people work a lot. I know about that, but it's gonna be hard. Maybe I'll be in it, maybe I won't, but we'll see. And a lot of the good game industry companies they're all California based, like Santa Monica, like Naughty Dog's in Santa Monica. I think a few other Rockstar's in California, Unity. I'm not sure where Unity is, but a lot of them are in California. So many of them are in California. So I'm like, thinking about moving to California. It does seem cool, but too much money. There's already a lot of people, and it's just too much money for what it's worth. So I'm like, okay, what studios are here? There's Blue Mammoth, which is like kind of like a thing that's part of Unity. They have Blue Mammoth here, and I'm from Atlanta, so, or not Atlanta, but Georgia. So I got Unity and shit. So I'm like, or they have Blue Mammoth. There's more individual, so indie game studios here, but more big AA studios. The closest one is in North Carolina, and that's Epic. They have Epic Games in North Carolina, their headquarters. So I mean, yeah, but like, I don't really want to work at Epic Games. Not saying their games are bad, just their games aren't my style. Like, working at Naughty Dog would be cool. Rockstar is hard. I don't know. I don't know if I'll still be interested in the game industry by the time I'm done with college, but we'll see. I know I'll still be in tech. I'll do some sort of coding programming thing, but game industry, I'm not sure, but I might join the game industry club. It might be a little bit nerdy, or game coding club, but I don't really care. It still seems cool. But yeah, that's what my plan is for college. College, enjoy, go to parties, but also focus on school. Because it's a lot more free time, but a lot more work assigned. You got a lot more free time, but the work is harder, and it's a lot more to do. So in those free times, I can go to clubs and stuff like that. I gotta learn to time manage. So yeah, game industry seems cool. After playing this game, I'm like, what if I do join the game industry? Because this is so cool. I know it's not like, oh, game tester, oh, all this stuff, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Because game testers in there, but like, more of like the coding and all that stuff. That aspect. I gotta learn that. I'll see. If I'm still interested in it, I'll see. I'm trying to learn Java right now. Like, people are like, so there's different coding languages. Like, you're learning a new language, like Spanish, like German, Japanese. There's all that. So like, and a computer has its own different language. So like, there's Java, which Java is used to create basic things. It's also used to create like, I'm sorry, I just zoomed into a fish pond. But it's used to create Android apps too. And then there's also, there's C#, then there's C++. Games are usually used to make games. They're usually C++, unless you're talking about like a app game. It's most of the time like console games, computer games. They're usually C++. Like, you can make it. Everyone's like, you can make a game with any language, but most companies use C++. So I'm like, okay. C++ is the hardest I've seen. Like, it's the most crazy wording and syntax to learn. So I'm learning Java right now. People say learn Python. Python is one of the most popular ones right now, but Python is too simple. Everyone's like, learn Java, and it's easier to go from Java to like C++ than it is to go from Python to C++. So right now I'm learning Java. I only know basic stuff, just how to make the computer say, or just print what the computer said, or like how to not even make a calculator, just make it multiply and stuff like that. So just the basic stuff you can learn in like 30 minutes, first 30 minutes of learning a language. So I'm getting used to it. I think once I finish learning this Java, it's like a 40 hour course. So I gotta learn how to do that within the first few hours. Or not first few hours, in the first few months of college, because sooner or later I'm not gonna have enough time. Because it'll be I gotta worry about school stuff. So I'm trying to do as much as I can before I go to college, before I move in. Because my move-in date is the 21st of August. So that's like a month and 3 days. That's not even that long. You realize how it's already the end of July. So like by the time I get there, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, and I'm getting myself a new laptop. I've been using my sister's laptop that she had in college, which was like, she used it for her first year of college, first year and a half, and she got like a Mac. And for me, I'm going with Windows. I know you can code in Mac and Windows, but I'm just more of a Windows kind of person. So yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm getting the new Dell XPS 15. It's like there's the 13, the 15, and the 17. 13 is smaller. 13 is the 13 inches, 15 inches, 17 inches. So I was like, I'm gonna start for the middle. 13 just seems too small. 17 too big. So I was like, 15 is just about right. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. And I got a few stickers for the back of my computer. I got a Last of Us sticker with this character Ellie sitting on a tree playing her guitar. I got a silhouette of Joel, and then I got a sticker of Dominique Wilkins because I live in Georgia and my school's gonna be in Atlanta, so I was like, Atlanta Hawks. I'm gonna do I'm gonna have Dominique because I was like, that's cool. It's like him doing a reverse dunk. It's not like, it's like one of those, it's kind of like silhouette but colored in. Like it's like a simplified version of Dominique. So it's like, it's more like blocky. It's like no face details, just like his hair, his shoes, him dunking, stuff like that. So like, what, that seems cool. And I got one of a vinyl, like it's like a vinyl record player. So yeah, I'm gonna get more stickers over time and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the first thing I'm adding to this computer. And then I ordered a new laptop, or not a new laptop, a new mouse and all that shit. And I gotta download stuff to my computer. Like I need to download Google Chrome, or my new computer. It hasn't come yet. It was supposed to come July 9th, but that was like, nah. We're gonna move it to the 27th. So I'm like, bro. So I gotta wait like 9 days for my computer to come, but when it comes, oh my god, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna add so much to it. Catch me dying. Look at this. Oh, it's so gruesome. But yeah, seeing this, like getting into coding is like, it seems nerdy, but everyone says anyone can learn it. I'll see how long it takes me. Like I just figured out about shortcuts. So like if you want to print something, usually you gotta write something first. So yeah, I've just figured out shortcuts to, instead of writing it all out, you can just type in a few letters and it'll just write the entire thing for you. So learning that's gonna be cool. But yeah, seeing how far games have come from like, my first console I got was in like, I got a Wii. I think I was like 5 or something. My parents got a Wii, like the original Nintendo Wii. So I was like, okay. And then I got a PSP, and then like 2014, I got a PlayStation 4, and I've had a PlayStation 4 since. And I've been playing PlayStation 4. Like, games have been, like, in my previous video, I said games are being shit right now. But this game, I beat the first game and the second game all in the span of, like, a little bit under 5 days. Like, and this game, the second game, is 25 hours minimum. Dude, I was just playing it and playing it. It took me around, like, a little bit over 2.5 days to finish it. And oh my god, was it worth it. It got too much hate for what it was. Like all this stuff that happened, but I honestly enjoyed it. Masterpiece game. Like a game hasn't really had this much impact on me as I finished it. Like I've been thinking about this game and I finished it like 2.5 days ago. And that's all I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about this game. So yeah, like this is just an update on before I go to college. This might be my last video. I don't know. It might not be. I might make one more. But yeah, to everyone, it was fun having this channel. It's fun to the people. It was fun for me to see all of you guys watching this video. It was very interesting watching this channel, seeing it. I mean, kind of grow, kind of not. But it's pretty interesting. So yeah, see you later, everyone. Peace out. Enjoy life. Chill. So have fun. See you later.